Hello, Karen Burniston here, and this is a super quick video to show these little trays that I made to store my foam for my Distress Oxide inks. Okay, a little origin story here. I was talking on the phone to my friend Fran Sabad. She's on my design team, and we were talking about some new Distress Oxide ink colors coming out. And I was telling her, I love my little mini Distress inks because the foams fit so nicely underneath the case, and then I can just keep a foam with every single one. I've always got the right color, and I love that, but I haven't been as successful doing that with my large Distress Oxide inks. So I did try to do it myself, right? So I get my Distress Oxide inks and I think, oh, I'll just add some Velcro underneath there, then I can put my foam pad there. And that works, except for the inky side of your foam pad is down now. So then now, like, you're working and you stack them up just to get them out of the way, and then that inky pad leaves a stain on your other lid, gets all over your hands. So that's been an issue for me. So then Fran sends me a picture of what she's been doing, which is to use painter's tape across her foam so that she can have the Velcro side up. And this is, of course, saving all of her lids and her fingers, but then you have to deal with the tape. And we're sitting there talking, and I say, what I really want is for Ranger and Tim just to build the underside of these bigger ink pads with a little tray in it that will hold my foam pad. So they should just do that for me. That's what I think. And anyway, as we're talking about this, I say, well, I guess I don't really need them to do that because I can just make it myself, right? So that's the origin story of how I made these little trays. They're so simple that I figured I would just share it. I can give you an SVG file where you can cut it, or a little template, and you can make them by hand. And if you use these little trays, then what's nice is that your foam is going to be stored with the Velcro side up. You just do it like you would your Distress inks. You use them. You can just grab them with your tool and then just get the Velcro undone and then tuck them right back in there. And they do not come out. They just cling in there wonderfully. So I used my E-clips to cut out 12 of these little trays. The green lines are score lines and the black lines are cuts. And then I'm just folding on all those green lines and basically just assembling this little tray. And I am going to use my Holtz tiny attacher to staple the sides of the tray so that I don't even have to use adhesive on it. And you can get that little file for that tray free off of my blog. It's just a little SVG file. You should be able to cut it in any of your electronic cutting machines, or I suppose you could cut them by hand. And I decided I didn't want these trays going anywhere, so I am using red liner tacky tape on the underside of the tray. And I can put that tray anywhere on the back of the ink pad, but I probably would avoid the spot that has the name of the ink. So I did choose a very heavy black cardstock to make my trays. That's actually 100 or 110 pound cardstock. It's pretty thick. I just wanted to show a couple things in my program used with my cutter. So I'm using an Eclipse 2 by Sizzix. So in the eCal program, I've got my 12 little containers set up here. And since the Eclipse has the option to do a score line, what I want to do is make sure that all of the green lines are scores. So I think I have these grouped together, so let me ungroup them, but I think I have them also individually grouped. So there's all my green lines. So if I go over here to the wrench, well, I've already set it to score. And then the black lines are set to cut. And that's true of all of these. And then the other thing I wanted to show is that when I cut this, I've set multi-cut to 2 times because I'm using such thick cardstock, and then I know for sure that it will go through. So of course, as soon as I made this file, I sent it over to Fran, so she has cut her trays as well and is also converting all her Distress Oxide inks. If you click on the website link, you will go to KarenBurniston.com, and that is where all of my die designs are sold. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel and check out some of my other videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.